what is it like just to have, again, to sort of be in a place where you're facing us daily, right? And have, you know, sort of questions of a personal nature just coming up with every single one of us, and, you know, mea culpa, guilty as charged as well, clearly. So,
what's it like, Adi?
What's it like? I'm having a really tough time, you know. But I think she's been used to it. You're used to it. We have to get used to it after a while, right? This is part and parcel. Our personal lives are being talked about all the time.
I see it as you either look at it and feel attacked and feel personally attacked, or you just understand that it happens to everyone.
Right.
It's like saying, oh, I want to be an actress, but I will not wear makeup. It's going to be a problem.
Yes.
You know, you just have to accept it as one of the things that come with being a public figure.
But I do want to ask, whilst with the disclaimer that I fully recognize there is a huge difference between the media and the public's right to know and need to know. But do you ever think that it's sometimes, like, you know, in the West, there's a lot of actresses and actors who just take out statements. They just say, this is the situation, it quietens down. Do you ever consider that an option?
But then how many statements will you constantly be giving?
Right.
You know?
Then it's a slippery slope, I guess.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Today there's a story that Adi's shoes are, you know, he hit someone with his shoe. Today tomorrow's a story that he yelled at his hairdresser. Then it's a statement for every article, and that might be very time consuming. And when I say might be time consuming, luckily, and I consider it a privilege that we are, and I am a busy actor, because there are many actors who I know who don't have enough work and don't get the work they want. So I recognize that privilege. I really respect my profession because I don't have another one. I'm not a doctor or an MBA or an architect, as some people are.
The interest is that high. You give the answer, and then potentially, again, like, there's huge flurry for a moment, and then it comes down.
For me, I think at this moment, the way I feel about reacting to stories, I would rather put all my focus in my work when I'm working. And when I'm in my personal space, then that's my personal space, and I'll just keep that separate.
You've actually always done that. Except recently you gave a sort of fairly personal interview to a magazine. Again, just sort of what prompted that?
You know, a lot of the things in the magazine which you're referring to that may have came across as very specifically personal were actually generic statements I was discussing. So today, if you ask me a question, what are your opinions on love? Of course, I'll share with you my opinions and thoughts on love,
and feel free,
or marriage, or say, you know, divorce, or whatever the topics are. Because of course, I have my opinions and my thoughts on it. But I think a lot of those comments were kind of taken to be specific when they were more general on love and marriage as a topic.